And I'm back with a new video. So welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel. This is Lance from Lance's Auto Vlog, and we got a new product to play with. We got the ZZ-2 Z-WAGZ, which is a ZWFRD 1.5. Now what this unit is designed to do is it give you the Z-WAGZ lights, so when you flash your lights or you want to have your lights blinking off and on and do all kinds of cool stuff, this unit has that ability to do that. So it'll flash the rear lights, it'll flash all kinds of cool stuff. And the way they designed it to work with is going to work with F150 15 to 23, Explorer 19 to 22, Super Duty F250 19 to 22, and Expedition 2018. It's going to have this T-harness that's going to come in the box, like you can see here. And it's pretty simple to do. So it's got a T-harness, so it's going to plug in two places. It's going to have one that plugs into the car, which this harness here, right here, gives you power for that. This powers the unit up and down. And then you have another T-harness that plugs in, which interrupts the lighting system in the car. And it's pretty simple. It's also going to have a brain with some dip switches on it. And the only reason it has the dip switches on there is to allow you to switch it for different vehicles with different lighting packages, and it's real time. And it's also going to have a harness that comes off it that's going to have power and ground and individual triggers. So if your truck has control pitch switches on it, like on the headliner, on the roof or something like that, it'll allow you to switch between the inputs on there. Then it's also going to have, in this case, because I've already untangled it and kind of took it out of the box, has the ability for a button to turn it on independently. Why would you want to turn it on independently? So with the car on, say you just want to have the switch mounted in some place in the vehicle and you just press on it, it'll allow you to do that. But it also triggers off the headlight switch. So what we'll do is we got to pull this panel here apart so you can see where it plugs in. And I'll show you where it physically plugs in. So we'll pull this panel apart. It's not that complicated. Pull the door off here. We're going to pull this off here. It's a lot easier with two hands. And you're going to, in essence, in this case, you're going to unplug this plug here and unplug that plug up there. Those are the only two plugs that are going to be physically unplugged. Now, when you unplug these, you might have to reprogram your radio for memory, or you may not, depending on how it is, because this is the main power source of the truck as far as plugging in. Not anything crazy to do anything about, it just grabs power from there. So you're going to unplug these, plug in the new T-harness, plug in the new T-harnesses that go in replacement of there, and you'll be back in business. So let's plug it all in and show you how this thing works. as you can see right here, it's all back together. So now we'll fire it up and test it out and show you what this thing actually does. So with the car turned on and the lights full running, I'm going to hold down this light switch here, the high beam. You'll see it right there, the high beam's lit up. What'll happen is it'll engage the unit, and then you'll get all the lights blinking. Now I took the honor of closing all my doors and just tricking the doors locks themselves so you can get a general idea of how it looks like. But you'll have the light, brake light going off and on like that. You'll have lights on the side going off. You'll have lights here going off here. Depending on what mode it's in, you'll see the lights blinking there. And then you'll have up front the headlights on, they're blinking there, flashing. So you'll have a bunch of different modes that are available on the truck. My truck's a little dirty, but it rained a little bit before we tested this unit. So if you're in the market of doing some really cool stuff, and I'll show you. So, and then to turn it off physically, you're just gonna hold that emergency switch down again, and it'll turn off. Yeah, we'll engage that tricker thing, but it just interrupts the signal. Nothing's gonna be wrong with the truck, but it works really well. So it's really 2 plugs in this case, a couple of dip switches in worst case scenario, and it's probably a 20-minute install for a shop guy, maybe a guy who doesn't do a shop cars all the time. It might be a little bit longer than that, but it could be even 10 minutes. I don't think it took me 10 minutes. It's 5 minutes because I think I walked through it twice. So stay tuned for the next video. Just little things that show up at the shop for me to test and play with, and this is a pretty cool piece when it comes down to it. So if you're in the market, ZZ-2 Z-WAGZ, F150 Expedition, F250, F350, certain years. I'll take a picture of the years and stuff like that, and you can take a look at it. I even tell you where you can get it. Stay tuned.